It's me, Helene, at Cabin Fever Crochet on a beautiful summer day. I want to just come on and do a chit chat and show and tell and tell you about, the title that you saw. And I didn't think I had much of anything else to show you. And then I started looking around and thinking, I'm like, wow, wait a minute, I have a whole list. And hopefully it'll be as fun for you to watch as it is for me to share. So stick around a little bit. Oh, so I guess I'll start at the beginning. Yes, I retired a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks ago now, by the time you see this, from the farmer's market. And I've been thinking about it really 2 years prior. Every year I'd say, this is my last, and then I miss it. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy being there, especially all the people, vendors and patrons alike. And it's really nicely run, that just mix of policies, so you have well-organized event, but it's laid back at the same time as most things are here in northeastern Washington state. But it's just every year it's getting a bit much. It is such an exhaustive day, the setup, the breakdown. We cannot offload, which means you cannot just drive up to our car where our spaces are, because it is in park in the town of Chewelah, Washington. So if you're ever up that way, I encourage you. It is so worth the time to stop by. I pick something up today because obviously I can't stay away. I go up there, I shop, I'll get some produce and gifty things. That is going to be a hostess gift tomorrow. It starts mid-May through mid-October, so I can handle it usually into June. Sometimes at the end, depends on the weather. It's different all the time here. I mean, summer is summer, and we have some really scorching hot days, usually dry heat. It's like walking out into a sauna instead of a steam room for those of you who live in humid climates. But hot is just plain old cooking when you get to a certain point. I just can't do that anymore. It's not worth risking my health. It takes me a whole day or so to recover. So I decided it is time. And that's the thing. I think when a person knows they're ready to retire, you just know. And even though I miss it and miss that whole camaraderie and the experience and the feeling and the energy and the live music there and all that. It's been so fun interacting with people and other fiber artists and people that crochet and knit from every level, and weavers and all different types of people, and finding out what they like to do and where they're from, that kind of thing. But it's so time consuming too. I can only crochet and make so fast, so I wind up spending so much of the week doing that, and then trying to design and film for YouTube, and it's just become too stressful. I'm spread out too much all over the place among other things that I do in my private life. And I did work did four shows, and that's it so far, and that's okay. And the market manager, he's so gracious and said there will always be a spot for me whenever I want to come back. And if I decide to next year, even if I just come once a month or whenever, I am welcome. So I thought that was really nice. So I'll probably go back in the fall when the weather is more temperate, and maybe do a few, bring my fall winter stuff that I still have from last year, and just put things on sale and send them to new homes. And then some things I will start listing in Etsy too, and that brings me to another topic. I thought there was something else I was going to say about that. Oh, yes, but I do have one more event outside of the market, and I'll try to film some of it. Then I'll show you some clips from that and photos or whatever I can take in between everything. So that is coming up mid-August. Live music with a variety of bands throughout the day. food vendors, stuff for kids to do, and of course, crafters and artisan vendors. What I did was, months ago, in the spring, when it was available, I looked up the Old Farmer's Almanac, and they are usually just right on target. And it said that June into July, the first part of August was going to be the hottest. And it has been. We've had some really scorcher days. And then August is going to be cooler than average. So I thought that would be great. And if it lines up when the show is, and it's a historical society festival, that's what it is. So if it lines up with that, I've already paid, I'm ready to go. So anyway, cheers to that, and cheers to all of you. And if I don't think I've thanked you in a while, that I appreciate all of you so very much. Those of you just coming to my channel and hanging around, and those who have been here for a while, because I'm excited, a while, and those who have been with me and stuck with me from the beginning through all my growth periods and changes and everything. Watching my hair year by year getting more and more silver, except the way how it just laid today, you can see how dark it is underneath. Oh goodness. And when I was younger, and even into my 40s, I had, when I go out in the sun, I would, because I lived in California, and I would swim outdoors, where here, because of our climate here, it's 4 seasons, that it's an indoor pool. But even where I lived, it was semi-seasonal. It wasn't Southern California, it was along the Central Coast area. I would get so much copper in my hair, and I think one of my father's sisters was a redhead. I'm not 100% sure if it was natural, but I thought maybe kind of that's where I got it from. All right, so I'm getting sidetracked. So I want to say cheers. Cheers to us. I'm just feeling so great. Can you tell? Because even though I missed the market, I have this weight lifted off. And it's so nice not to have to think about it. So and now that brings me to more time for you, for here on YouTube, because without you I wouldn't be doing this. What's the point? So you coming back and more people coming in continues to inspire me to keep going, and your comments are wonderful, and your feedback and constructive input on things that maybe you might see a little bit differently that could be even better, or maybe something to work into a project another time. I'm always open to that, and you might give me some other ideas for the future, so that would be great too. So it's really nice to be able to, wow, I got that poncho done, and I could just focus on that one thing. That one was a workout. Not so much the designing. Yeah, I did a bunch of different ways, but that was a fun thing, and I wouldn't say a challenge, but got it in a good way. Got the creative juices really pumping again, because I was just feeling not out of sorts, but rusty. I was feeling a bit rusty because it had been a while because of the market season. So I still do other things and juggle, but less, and I can go more at a humming along pace, get things done that have been neglected, and that's what happens when one is spread too thin. It's hard to do any one thing 100%, little here, little there, and there's always something that suffers, and that is stuff here and inside that I need to do and get to and go through. And I've gone through a bunch of yarn, so before the end of this year I want to start listing some of that. And the jewelry. I have said for 2 years now, and the same thing, doing the markets, and a lot of things are one of a kind, especially any little bit of wire wrapping work. If I have those at the market and I list them on Etsy, if something sells at the market, then I have to go in and take the listing down, and it's a bit time consuming doing the listing to start with, and photographs and editing and all that. I'm going to start hopefully soon after the mid-August event. Then I'll start putting up. Maybe I'll sell out. Haha, wouldn't that be nice? Oh, and this hat. I made this hat several years ago. I have a tutorial for that too, but I love it and I wear it all the time, and not just to be showy, but just because I wear it. Brimmed sun hat. Put the link in the drop down description section. This one, it's a discontinued ice yarn in their summer sale probably 5 years ago. Now it's a number 3 high cotton content and a chainette construction, so it's a good grip to it. And I put a strand of the also discontinued Lion Brand Summer Nights, and that I think is a number 1. And that made this hat a little smaller than the ones that you'll see in that tutorial that are wider, bigger, and that is a number 4. You could do with number 3, light number 3, and then pair it with a fine yarn that you find that's soft and pliable and will integrate well with it. And the Summer Nights is sparkly, so it adds just a little hint of glimmer in the sun, a little glisten. I don't keep too many, but I like this one so much. Oh, that's fun how it turned out. I'm not even sure how I did it. Another migraine therapy piece. I should have filmed myself. Oh, what an idea, huh? I just thought of that. Okay, well, next time, right? So maybe I really just don't know, recreate it. But and look, I did like a little loop-de-doo at the top. And these are check glass beads with Amazonite up here too, and some sterling silver, Japanese glass seed beads, and a really cool toggle. See if I can get that toggle. Lead-free pewter, made in the USA. Mainly, I just want to show you, to give you a little bit of example of some of the things I do, and I have 3 others like this I am taking to that show, and each one's a little bit different, colors and everything. So I'll take pictures of those at the show, and if I have any left, then those will go on Etsy too, and I'll probably make more because they were a lot of fun. Oh, that reminds me too, this bag, can you believe it'll be a year September that I showed this to you? Yeah, and the 2 others I had sold, so that was really nice. I decided to keep this one. It was my first. I like it so much, the neutrals, the colors. This is just like really me, except for the size. It's so gigantic. I don't wear big bags, but this would be more like a markety kind of tote bag. Pop in the store and just throw what I purchase in there. But for now, I haven't used it. I just keep it for my demo and reminder when, oh, doesn't that look funny? I mocked it. Reminder for when I get to it, because I do plan to, and I'm not sure when, but it is on my list. But I do have some other summary things I want to do first, 1 maybe 2, and then I'll revisit this. But I like it. It's comfortable. It fits my body well. This is a leather snap that I sewed on, and I'll get into all that. But there's stuff in here. I just grabbed this. Yeah, I even have pockets inside. They're really neat. All right, I want to show you my C2C corner to corner shawlette, or like that kind of kerchief scarf. Doesn't have as much bulk as wearing a full-on shawl like that. And the one in my tutorial, and then I created a border for that, and I added beads, which are optional. Looks good with or without. These are Japanese glass seed beads, and I give you all of the information in the tutorial. So I'm bringing this out. I did model one that's similar, but then I made up another one for the market, and this is in the Lion Brand Nubu, which they also discontinued. It's the number 4 weight, pretty much equivalent, a little different fiber, but about the same thing as their Trubu. So you could do it in the Trubu. This comes out a little on the heavier side, but it's nice. It would be really nice going into the fall, and because it is plant fiber pulp, has that cool rayon type of feel to it. It's very puddly, and I did have this one for the market. It hasn't sold, surprisingly, and I was planning on taking it to the festival. I really like it. But I like violet, and to me, it's called thistle, I think. And to me, this leans a little bit violet, and I think it goes well with turquoise that I like wearing a lot. I'm just making a goofy out of my hat. Here, I'll do Gilligan, the skipper. I don't know. I think I'll just take it to market. Yeah. And have someone else enjoy it. And I'll make one for myself and something else. So I brought this out though because my BF, I said my best girlfriend, because my husband's my best boyfriend. But she and I have been friends forever, since junior high. I mean, like over 50 years. Really dates me, doesn't it? Since summer of 1972. We met in the pool, and we were best friends instantly. And we lived near each other for many, many, many years. We lived apart for a while, and then near each other again, and then now we're in different states. But I went to visit her 2 years ago, again in September already. Can you believe that? Time flies, and it's been quite a few years, so, of things and stuff. But anyway, when I was there, and she's on the Central Coast too, and such a lovely area, such a beautiful, I mean, California to me is beautiful. You know, take politics and everything aside, however you feel about it. It's a really beautiful state. And it's so different and diverse in terrain and scenery and climates. Even within one county, there's all these microclimates. And on the Central Coast, which is a little bit inland, is part of that too. It's a series of smaller, quaint towns. It's really nice. So that's where we lived for 25 years until we moved up here. And I lived in a different part of California prior to that. And so when I was down there, we stopped at Let's Knit in Grover Beach. It's such a cute town. And yeah, I picked, this is yarn that we got. And I made a hat for her like this. This is my Daydream Slouchy hat. Okay, and I'll be sure and leave the link below for that too. And then I made her the corner to corner like this in the same. This yarn stretched out. I wound up, she mailed it back to me. I asked her to, and I redid it. I just don't think it's really suitable for hats because it doesn't have that recovery. It didn't bounce back. It stretched, stayed stretched. Kind of like alpaca does if you've ever worked with that. This was tighter in before, so it's more like that. So I redid it, and I mailed it off to her a week ago. So she'll have it by the time you see this, because she does watch sometime. Hey, Pat, if you're watching. And I redid the band a little bit, and I added in the band stretch elastic. And then when I was all done, I turned it upside down and I added a round of single crochet with more of that elastic just to reinforce it. So I hope it holds. She'll let me know, and if it doesn't, I don't know, other than it's just not suitable for that. But it worked up great in this project. So pretty. Unfortunately, it was such a dark day when I took pictures, and it's getting this weird yellow cast. terrible, terrible pictures no matter how much editing that I did. That's why I brought this one out, and then to show you this really cool yarn, Barocco Pima Soft. Another discontinued. I mean, I find all these cool yarns that I like and then gone. These are 50-gram balls made in Peru. It is really soft, but that shop had so many gorgeous colors. Oh, just a whole beautiful display. Really pretty rose color I would have liked. And I did find some online not that long ago. So it's nice. If you like the natural fibers and cotton, it's great for a garment type of piece like that. I added beads, and these are the same size 3 in those Japanese glass seed beads, light sapphire, which is her birthstone. And I did with the clear silver lined also, alternating every other like I did with this in the clear and the purple. Wow, I think that covered the nothing I had to share today. I haven't been on doing this in a while. It feels so good to be back and know that I can spend more time and do more tutorials and demos and reviews. I have some of those I want to get to also. And I hope you will come back again next time. Please take good care. All right, I hope to see you again soon.